Hey guys, it's Ariana Maslow, BTR25 here, otherwise known as Katie for those of you who saw my 50 questions tag video. In the past couple videos I've been doing, I've included one of my biggest best friends ever, Dani, in them. So I figured I'd let you know who was the random girl showing up in my videos.
She paid me.
And,
I'm just kidding.
there we go again. No, it's one of those where I just turned her into a rusher just this year, so I'm very proud of what I'm sitting next to at the moment.
It was actually an interesting story. I remember walking in the hallway in the morning at school, and I remember somehow I was asking how you're doing.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do over the summer? And you're like, oh, I'm excited for the Big Time Rush concert. I'm like,
and this is way back before they even right as they announced the summer tour. This is before I had tickets.
You're like, I'm planning on going to this concert. I don't care what I have to do. I'm like,
I'm going.
Who is Big Time Rush?
Yeah, that was who was. Who is Big Time Rush? Now she's gonna marry Kendall in a couple of years. In 2 years we're planning a trip to California to stalk them. So if they aren't on tour, if they are on tour, we're gonna follow their tour bus across the country for 2 weeks. But
if they're planned soon.
If they're in LA, we are gonna stalk them. But as you can tell for the first minute of this video, it's just gonna be random crap. Not gonna lie. This is just kind of what we were doing. We just posted birthday videos for 3 of the 4 guys because we're both freshmen in college, in the fall. So we are not going to be. She is going to college 3 hours away from where I'm going to college, and where I'm going to college is an hour and a half away from where we are currently recording in my bedroom right now. So it's one of those where we're not going to be anywhere close to each other
to be able to make videos.
To make videos. Sorry, if you see us randomly just reach for the computer, my laptop screen will go dark after about a minute, and we have to move the mouse pad.
And we're both tempted to virtually give you a hug. So.
Yes. No. But we wanted to make those videos now so that the both of us were together for these videos, and then Twilight Fan Meg, who made the video for James, is making one for Carlos at the moment. She'll have the videos already that she can use, so that we don't have to try and work some weird thing out to try and make these videos. Since actually she's leaving for college before I am, so we won't even. It's sad. At the end of the month, I'm not going to be able to. We're going to
bombarding myself with as much time with friends as possible. It's crazy.
That's what I'm doing too. I'm spending a lot of time with Danielle lately. So
back to me. Hey, what's going on?
No, it's one of those where she just had her birthday the other day, and if
Legal.
Yeah. I have a lot of things I can say about that. I'm just gonna put this out there. My YouTube channel is family friendly, and I'm very tempted to say a lot of bad things right now. No, but
just make another account. Just be like, well, not X-rated. No.
That'd be bad. No, but I wish I could show you. I don't know. I have a picture of it on my iPad, and I'll try and show my webcam on my computer. But I got her a card, and the card said, and I chose this for a reason, it said, you could be a stripper if you wanted to, but you won't. But you could, but you won't. And then I wrote in there, I'm just like, oh yeah, I got you this amazing picture of Kendall stripping. Because we had a conversation on Twitter about this, the night before. So I'm just like, yes, I have to do this. And this, yeah, there you go. And, wait, my iPad's not, there it is. Okay, we'll see if you can see this. But it's a picture of, it's probably photoshopped.
I'm assuming it's photoshopped, but I don't care.
It's Kendall. Yeah, it's a picture of Kendall pulling his shirt up over a nice set of 6-pack abs. And then it's a bunch of keep calm phrases that I got from one person on Tumblr. They're keep calm and rush, if you want to see them. They're a bunch of ones based off of the TV show, like Keep Calm and You're My Cover Girl, Keep Calm and Make This an Epic Night. If you've heard the song Epic. Keep Calm and Fulfill the Best Friend Code if you saw Big Time Secret. That awesome episode. She doesn't see the show very often, so I know a lot more.
But I just found out it's pretty cheap on iTunes, so myself. Just be like,
she's gonna own more episodes than I'm gonna own.
No, you actually just showed me the pilot episode.
Yeah, she just saw the pilot.
Out a lot.
A lot. No, but
I'll accept myself.
It's actually one of those where I don't know if this is at the moment. This is anything. She has a summer bucket list, and I've been helping her with a lot. I got her first. She had on her bucket list get a celebrity to respond to you on Twitter, and if you've seen some of Steven Glickman, who plays Gustavo, his videos, he has his friend Matt Walker, and he's verified on Twitter. He has a little blue check mark.
Although he denies it.
He denies
the check mark.
He denies he's a celebrity, but he has that little blue check mark. And it was just one of those random nights where I was on, and so was he, and I'm just like, and he had this thing going where if you said a quote and you put his Twitter name with it,
I remember the quote.
No. It was Bieber got teabagged because he bought a magazine with
Rolling Stone cover,
and he threw it away, and then he put tea bags on top of it, and he tweeted a picture saying Bieber got teabagged. And yeah, he was trying to get it to trend, and he said if you say Bieber got teabagged and you put his name with it, he would follow you. I'm just like, hey, and I was just like, Bieber got teabagged, follow my friend at Dani Nolte, and all this happened, and I forgot at Funny Matt in there, and I forgot his Twitter link in there, and it's just like, shoot, because she was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Catherine.
Hell is not a swear word. I said crap. I could say a lot worse.
What?
No, but
I totally missed whatever.
This is us. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I have to redo this. And it came out completely garbled. And he responded back, and then all of a sudden he followed me. I'm just like, you have to follow my friend. And then he follows her, and we're both like on Twitter, and we're having a conversation with this guy on Twitter. And I wish I could do more about it. I randomly got followed by Gustavo yesterday on Twitter.
Called me like,
yeah, no, I was just looking up a YouTube video. I don't even know what I was looking up anymore. I was just so out of it at that moment. And I have a little scroller bar on my iPad where if something happens on Twitter or on my messages or something, it'll scroll down and it'll give me a chunk of the message, or it'll say and stuff like that, so that I kind of know, and it'll say who it's from. And it just scroll down Twitter. Steven Glickman is now following you. I'm just like, you're kidding me, right? And I was in the middle of the living room with my mom, and my mom probably knows about my Twitter now because of what you're doing downstairs, but she didn't know at the moment. And all of a sudden I was just like, okay, I have to vent somehow. And I just got up, walked to my room, grabbed my phone, and walked right back outside. And I called her, and I was freaking out. I was shaking. I was that excited because it was one of those where, okay, two people who are friends with Big Time Rush are following me. That's two steps closer.
It was actually funny because you called me, and I was like, oh, Katie's calling me, hey. And then, oh yeah, you were so frantic. I thought you were someone else. And I would, like, check my phone, like, Katie? And then you told me, and I was like, oh,
I was freaking out. So it's one of those where if any of the guys follows me, I think I'll burst into, like, tears, like, weeping.
I'll get a stress phone call. I'll be like, oh my gosh, I called 911. Oh, okay, Twitter.
Yeah, I just freaked out. No, but we have a little notebook of things to say, and the first thing on there is random crap. So
what happened? You don't check.
Check that off. No, she wrote something down in here that I have no clue what she's talking about. It just says James and Logan chemistry. Oh, because, no homo. So
I wrote no. Yeah, whatever. I wrote that. Because like every time I see like an interview, it's like almost always Logan and James, and they have like such like chemistry. Like they're such bros to each other, you know. So I don't know. I just like because you write random. You put
I'll contrary. I've seen a lot of interviews where it like not like separate. When it's separately, it's always James and Logan. But when they're interviewing together, it always goes Kendall, Logan, Carlos, James, or Kendall and James are sitting, or Carlos and James are sitting next to together, and Kendall and Logan are sitting next to each other. It's always like that. So
I just remember every time they like fight, like just the two of them, it's always them. Yeah. If there had to be two people.
Well, it must be nice to get away from your bus mate. Probably every so often.
Like, you take the dog. You're going to just go with Logan.
Go. No. If you want to see something funny though, you have to search one video. I might put a link to it in the description. It's the Big Time Rush Funny Moments 1. I don't know who the user is, but she has a video, and probably shouldn't be saying this because Carlos said not to mention it to whoever is filming it. But Carlos was out walking both Fox and Sydney, and Sydney was getting excited, and she was jumping up on her hind legs. And then all of a sudden, Sydney goes doosh onto Fox, and Fox just kind of like crumpled.
And I'm like, I could not, like, I was almost tearing. It was so, I don't enjoy pain. I just want to say that.
No,
it was just, like, so unexpected.
It was one of those where we were sitting downstairs, like, in my basement, and all of a sudden she just, whoosh, she goes backwards, and she's on the floor laughing. And it was
I love you, Fox.
I think everybody likes Fox.
So cute.
My webcam confuses me because I was trying to fix one of my drawstrings and it's the wrong hand. No. Another thing.
You're a gang.
As it sounds, we went to the Summerfest concert in Milwaukee for Big Time Rush. We saw Rachel Crow, Cody Simpson, and Big Time Rush at Summerfest. And I made a page on Facebook for our little Rusher group. It's very exclusive.
Spam it all the time.
It's one of those where if we find good pictures, like if I find very embarrassing picture, Kendall will put it up there and she'll counter with James. And this will go on for like in 2 hours and we'll like spam each other, like, and everybody.
We actually have to comment like, sorry for continuously spamming, but you know, having fun.
Yeah, and it's one of those where all of a sudden then the other like 4 members in our group.
Well, we have 4, but there's 5 people on this page.
No, there's 6. Kendra, we added her.
Oh yeah, Kendra.
We have 2 people who are currently in the midst of fighting to the death over Logan. So eventually we'll be back down to 5.
We will sell tickets. Make popcorn, you know, have
the whole
giant.
They're not really doing it, but
okay, not really.
It's one of them where, well, actually, there are only 4 people at the moment in our gang. It's me, Danielle, is James, and Kendall, and then Sarah is currently Logan. And my sister Julie is Carlos, and she's younger than I am. But
and then we also have Meredith.
And she's not exactly part of she's part of our Rusher group because she's a big fan of Big Time Rush. She's a Rusher. She's a big fan of Big Time Rush. But when we did this, we were like, okay, only 4 people are gonna be in this.
Able to put the name.
Little group.
She still put it on her shirt. I didn't care.
Yeah,
kind of like
for back names. Like we put their last names on the shoulders of the back of our shoulders for our T-shirts, and I could show you. It's in my closet right now. Like right there. She'll grab it for you. But we had to put their names on the back, and it's like see, massive. And I have, hey James, can I touch your Fox on there too? No, and
didn't answer. So
he didn't see that one. No, but
my bad.
Yeah. So, and what we did was like, okay, only 4 people can be in this, so that we can have the 4 last names. And it's one of those where we told our friend Meredith she has to choose between Cody Simpson and Justin Bieber and Kendall, because Meredith
should have been like a hands down Kendall. I don't understand her reasoning.
No,
but you know,
she chose
Bieber.
She chose Justin Bieber over Kendall, and we were a little upset by that. So she was with us, and she supported Cody.
How can you not like that face? Oh, I love you.
What's she showing you right now?
All of you.
Yeah, what's she showing everybody right now?
She has a binder.
For my birthday, I was doing this for, like, when there was a stage, and I'm probably not as bad, but there was a stage where I was completely obsessed. And she's going to really, like, disagree with me right now. But there's a point.
She's obsessed right now. That's why.
But there's a point where I would spend, like, $20 a month on magazines. She found a tattoo.
I did.
There's a little butterfly.
I can't figure out the computer.
Yeah. No, but there's a point where I spent like $15, $20 a month on magazines just to get articles from the guys in it. And I had like a page protector full of magazines and articles and stuff.
You had. It's right there.
It's all just like in a page protector before.
Okay,
like one page protector. And my sister asked me I turned 18 this year, and my sister asked me for it, and she's like, hey, can I just do something for you for your birthday? And I was really hesitant about it because I'm just like, you're asking me to give up my like prized possession to you, and I have no clue what you're gonna do with it. Because last time I gave her posters, she wrapped my birthday present in posters.
Oh.
But that was because I wrapped her Christmas present in Justin Bieber posters, like shirtless Justin Bieber posters.
Did she have a face of Justin Bieber?
No, she did not at all.
Oh.
We were just getting under each other's skin, and I'm just like, oh, I'll go out and buy this magazine because there's like 3 shirtless Bieber posters in it, and I will wrap your presents in them. For Christmas that year, I made her a bracelet that had pictures of Carlos on it. She doesn't wear it anymore.
Why?
I know. It was a really nice gift. I spent a lot of time on it. But I have a legit binder. It's thick, and all that's in it our articles.
Everything about
articles, posters. Any poster that's in my binder has to have James' face up. Like, first page,
James.
Shirtless James. So,
but
we hadn't, and this is what was really funny. She brought over stencils for our t-shirts, and one of them, we were wondering if this is a little hardcore for Big Time Rush. We had skulls as our gang symbol. So, back on topic. Mine's a little bit more glitched out than everybody else's.
Because we voted her gang leader.
I'm the gang leader. So
she organized everything, you know, kind of fair, you know.
I paid for the tickets too.
Yeah. Well,
they paid me back for them, but
she just spent $200 on it.
$300.
See, she's a saint.
Oh no, but see, this is the thing. This might not happen because I am going for a dream summer job next year where I'd be going across country all summer with a nonprofit organization running mission trips. But we were planning on getting together for. We're hoping Big Time Rush goes on tour again next summer.
Oh yeah.
And she's yawning during this.
Like what? No big deal. Big Time Rush concert.
No, hopefully they'll go on tour again next summer after they wrap up season 4. They're filming it in January. I'm so stoked about that.
You don't look stoked.
It's one of those.
Just refrain yourself.
I am refraining myself. I could scream and go woohoo all night, but you know.
Just down the street marching.
We look like dorks. No, I'll explain the dork part in a moment. When we're planning, we went to. No, she and my sister both said that they weren't. I asked, do you want VIP tickets or regular general admission tickets?
Because remember, at the time, like,
she
was who Big Time Rush is. I don't want to spend, like, $200 on a band I don't even know.
Yeah,
you know? So
I was just like, well, do you want me to buy these tickets for you? Because I would go, because I signed up for the Club Rush thing so I could get pre-sale. And we didn't get good seats because I was in pre-sale. We got kind of terrible seats.
Plus, they lied to you about time when it started.
Yes.
You got, like, 3 hours later.
This is the jank part. I was told I was going to get an email when pre-sale started, and the night before, I checked to see when pre-sale started, and it said it was starting at 10 o'clock.
It was 8.
At 10 o'clock, yeah. And here's the really bad part. My first hour teacher, he was my American democracy teacher, Crandall, King Crandall.
He's awesome.
He was like the bomb, and he let me like put my credit card information into my phone during class. I explained the whole situation to him. He's like, oh yeah, that's cool. My daughter loves them, and that was the awkward part. He's like, yeah, you can do that since you're doing this for your whole group of friends and your sister and everything. And I'm just like, awesome, thank you. And I was on my iPod, like on Ticketmaster at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it did not say that there was a pre-sale going on. Yeah. And then I get home, like after an hour later, I finally realized the pre-sale is open, like in my second hour class, and I was just like, okay, let me go to the bathroom, let me buy these tickets, because I had this all planned out. I would go to the bathroom, just quickly go through and buy the tickets. And it turns out, I got home, and my iPod emailed me at 8 o'clock. My iPod doesn't get emails on my school Wi-Fi server. And that really upset me, because I was supposed to get an email at 8 a.m. stating that pre-sale started. And if I had gotten that email, I would have gotten such good seats.
And then again, we had like 5 people. So.
Well,
but I don't think it mattered, because I think they just like line it up, you know?
Well, add to the fact that after I bought our 5 tickets and realized we were like, at the Marcus Amphitheater, there's front reserved and rear reserved seating underneath our pavilion. And we were halfway back in a rear reserve section. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's totally cool. It's like we're a big group and everything. I go on my iPod and I'm just like, okay, let's just see what would happen if I bought 1 ticket. See where it would place me. I was right behind the VIP section. Like, no joke. Yeah. I was in the seats right there. And I'm just like, okay, let's buy 3. And see what, 3 rows back, same area. I'm just like, all because I have 5 people, you're going to throw me into the rear section. So I was a little upset by that, but you know what? Our friend Sarah, who is in love with Logan.
Oh, yeah.
Last year, we saw him at State Fair last year. Danielle wasn't with us. It was, my mom came with, my mom was our 5th ticket last year. Mm-hmm. And I paid for him again. Actually, no, I think my mom did last year. Mm-hmm. She paid for all our tickets. And we were at State Fair. And she's in love with Logan. And I custom made our t-shirts last year again. They were a little bit different. Mine fell apart. I had a logo on there that said BTR, and it was made out of duct tape and fell off after the concert. And so I threw the rest of the t-shirt away and kept my little circle on the back of my door. But Logan, she refuses to wash the shirt from last year, even though I told her not to, because it would just get destroyed. She refuses to wash that shirt because Logan looked at her in that t-shirt. Like, she was wearing that shirt and Logan looked at her while she was in it. So
this year,
she was 20 feet away from Logan in her t-shirt.
And we were like, oh, he's coming up, you know.
Yeah.
I was at seats, and then we were like, oh, why didn't we go forward? All of a sudden, we were going to go forward, and there's, like, hordes of girls running and swarming in front of Logan. We're like, that bus passed already.
Are you kidding me? We were trying to, like, pull her out of this. We were trying to pull her out of her seat to get her go up there. Hopefully, because we were hoping that
I think she was just in shock. I remember looking, because she sat right next to me, and she was just like,
yeah, it was a nice moment, but she refuses to wash the shirt from this year. It's different. I didn't custom make the shirts this year. Last year, ours were all identical except for the shirt styles that we bought. I just made the front BTR logo out of duct tape again this year. We did everything else on our own. But she refuses to wash this year's t-shirt because Logan was 20 feet away from her in that t-shirt.
It's like reasonable, though.
Yeah, it is reasonable. James was one section down. I was a little upset.
I was like lost for hope because Kendall was on the opposite side.
Kendall was way over.
Like, I love you.
I couldn't see James. There were that many kind of like girls hoarding over by where he was.
I actually found out where they were after they like ran back to the stage.
Yeah, James.
I was like, oh, okay, in that order.
Yeah. Well, I saw Carlos over on the other side of front of house.
Oh yeah.
So I saw Carlos over there. I couldn't. Kendall was behind a pole where I was.
Yeah,
standing.
we weren't even in the picture for the one they put on Twitter.
When they
were like,
put on Twitter,
no, we were way over there.
Yeah, because there were certain like poles holding up section poles, and we knew where we were because part of the stage was blocked off by one of the section poles, like not to the point of where we couldn't see them, but there was a section pole that was right at the edge of the stage for us, and we were like, oh, wait, that's not our section pole. We're not there. We're one more pole over, and that pole didn't even make it into the picture. So we were a little upset. Yeah.
And that's why next year, you know, VIP, we'll be right there.
Last year, we might have been in the State Fair picture from last year. Because they did it at the Wisconsin State Fair, and they had, like, grand stadium seating because it was, like, on our Milwaukee Mile racetrack. So, like, legit, it was on the racetrack.
Oh, yeah.
So they had grandstand seating, and then they had track seating. And tickets were about just as expensive. We paid $40 for 5 not total, but $40 for 5
per ticket
for track seats, and we were on the ground, like in front of not like right in front of the stage. We were on a side section, but we were right on the aisle. I'm gonna take credit for this. The past 2 years, we have started people chanting "Big Time Rush." Like each year.
We had the little girls this year. It was so cute.
We had little girls that were by
us.
Yeah. I work with little kids, so.
You know.
Yeah, I work with old people too, but you know. I don't work with people my own age. I work in a senior care facility, and I volunteer with little kids in my church.
I don't work.
No,
but
that was a really creepy face you just gave the camera.
No way.
We're just gonna be creepy with this.
Well, if we're gonna go on the creepy chain, I just want to say
my sister bought hand sanitizer like from Bath and Body Works like a year ago.
I'll flip it over in a second.
Yeah, like a year ago, and it's this I Love Boys scent, and if you've ever it's a berry scent if you've ever heard of it.
Berry Crush.
Yeah, Berry Crush. It smells amazing.
And
my sister gave her a bottle of it today because she still had like one left over, and that wasn't opened. And Danielle made the realization today.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god.
The cartoon guy on the bottle is James.
James. Like
if you watch Big Time Audition, he wears the black vest
the pilot
and the Lucky Weight V-neck, and his hair is styled like that. It's James.
So yeah, I claim that I own Katie's husband of the future. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Want to take it to college? Too bad. Got it.
Dude, I one up you. We're gonna stand over to my. I take that to college with me. I get my that's going on the ceiling up above my bunk. No joke.
Yeah, I gotta start stalking the. Stalking's not the right word. I don't want to say that. It sounds creepy. Finding good.
People.
I'm creepy.
We can be.
But it's
no, those girls. We had this really bad moment when we were at Summerfest. We're gonna if we find anyone in handmade Big Time Rush t-shirts, we're gonna just go to that. And we're gonna just ask them for a picture. And we creeped the one group of girls out.
We're like, hey, can we take a picture with you?
And they're like,
Yeah.
We creeped them out so bad.
And then nobody, it was only me and Katie that wanted to do it. Because, you know, like, summer bucket list, you know, I just wanted to, like, record my summer before college. And then they're like, that's kind of weird, guys. We don't want to do that.
Yeah.
We're like, guys! Come on! YOLO!
We're weird
That was
people.
I think that was our reasoning. YOLO.
No, we use the YOLO to verify it.
Motto.
For those of you who don't, it's kind of a northern thing for YOLO, because unless it's...
No, cause I think it's pretty much everywhere, because the Drake song.
We had to teach some guy in North Carolina what YOLO was.
Oh.
What YOLO is, it's you only live once, and it's kind of one of those things where if you have, like, something you want to do and you're not quite sure whether you want to do it, YOLO. You only live once. Go ahead, do it.
Yeah, you see a guy you like, you know, like...
YOLO.
You're at a restaurant. You see Kendall Schmidt sitting there.
YOLO.
I'm going to talk to him. You know, YOLO. But, you know, it's not that thing where it's like,
oh. talk to him. I'm just going to randomly... He's
like, get away.
No. We're going to have...
I'm not.
Renell's going to come after us.
Randall.
No, Renell. Renell's the security. Renell's
the
security guy.
Oh, my God.
No, Randall. That was a good moment. I just randomly go onto Twitter. And
I'm, like, texting you. Who the heck?
Who the heck is Randall? And I just go onto Twitter, and everybody's like... And my Twitter thing on my app is stupid, because it'll show me the first tweets, like, randomly, and then it'll say load more tweets, because usually... I have to load more tweets, like, even after 2 hours of not being on Twitter, because I just have that many people doing it. Danielle, I have those sheets of paper sitting on the floor over there.
No! I'm going to write it over.
She is going through more trouble than she needs to be. No, but I went on, and...
Well, those are prettier, actually.
Yeah, and after a while, it was just, all of a sudden, there's all this random stuff. I'm like, why is there all this random? Load more tweets. Kendall, that's not my name. And it's
not my name.
Yeah, and it's a flood buzz accidentally said Randall Schmidt. So, if you know if you actually know who we are and you subscribe to me on YouTube,
yeah,
I don't
Twitter. Hi, follow me, Dani Nolte, okay?
The sorry for spamming thing, we were going to spam Carlos and them so bad on their birthday, because we don't work. We work kind of around my work schedule. I don't work tonight. That's the reason why we're talking to you guys this late at night. Because I work night shifts. Like, that's the only shift I do work, unless I get called in really randomly and work really awful shifts. But here's my Twitter, at Catherine Maslow. I think I've mentioned it before. This is how you spell it. It's not all caps. It's actually, I think, all lowercase. But I put it all caps so that people could easily tell what letter it is. So.
Well, I also want, you know.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Excuse her for her name. It's kind of like bad language, but you know.
Yeah, this girl is really cool.
She's so funny. Follow her.
At Shitterusher does.
Yeah.
Say at Catherine Maslow got you to follow. She follows me on Twitter.
Yeah.
She has a couple of...
Like, if you want to have Twitter, if you want Big Time Rush tweets, like I even spend some time just reading her tweets. They're so funny.
I have another one that's really good, too. But she actually has, like, 3 or 4 Twitter accounts. And she just made one, like, 2 days ago.
The same person?
Yeah, for the same person. She made one for Ariana Grande, because she's an Ariana fan as well.
What's it called? Arianator?
No, it's Boiana Beauty or something.
No, I mean, like, people who like Ariana.
Oh, yeah, Arianators are her fans. And what happened was, she just randomly tweeted Ariana Grande, and Ariana followed her, like, after 2 days on Twitter.
Yeah,
and
funny.
The guy who is the executive producer of Victorious and of, if you remember Drake and Josh.
Dan
Schneider.
Yeah.
His Twitter, at Dan Warp. He was tweeting her last night, too.
Really?
Like, yeah, like, they had a legit conversation on Twitter.
Oh, that's cool.
So she freaked out. But let me think of...
They should just have her as, like, CEO. Come on.
And this is another one. She has...
Oh, yeah.
I Heart Logan 88. She has, like... If you can read that. She is amazing.
No space.
Yeah, there's no space. I just randomly wrote it that way.
Make a giant eye.
She is... I followed her originally because she was writing stories. Like, she has, like, on Twit Longer. What you can do is you can have longer tweets, like, longer than 140 characters. And she wrote stories, and they were really good. And one other person... Is it Ian or Ian? Her.
Kissing.
I think it's an Ian.
Yeah.
This girl, she's amazing. She's actually a lot older than we are, and she's a rusher. She's actually getting married to a guy named Kendall. She's engaged.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
she's
cool.
engaged.
I didn't know that.
To a guy named Kendall. But
Kissin' on Kendall.
Yeah, Kissin' on Kendall. It's Kissin Kendall. And she actually has amazing stories as well. She's really funny.
Yeah, both
she tweets drunk occasionally.
I remember she was talking about being drunk once.
She's fun on Twitter when she's drunk. So we could pitch a lot of people on Twitter to follow.
Follow a bunch of rushers.
Yeah, but rushers on Twitter are awesome. Both of those, I think all three of those people have over 3,000 followers on Twitter. They're like huge rushers.
Yeah, unlike me, 20.
Hey, you look like you flick people off.
I'm not flicking anybody off!
She did that in one of the other videos, and I thought she was flicking someone off.
Kendall?
I think it was Kendall's video. Yeah. If you watch our Kendall video, at the very end, you hear my mom calling down to me, and I yell, "What?"
You yell so much.
It's because we thought we stopped recording when we actually really didn't.
I was like, no, stop!
Yeah, no, but all these rushers, I have more followers than she does, and I got a Twitter later than she did. So
it's not cool enough.
I have 23 followers. One of them's my
20.
Actually, I think I have 24 now. Possibly.
I know one person added me, like, they legit added me, like, yesterday or the day before, and then I checked later that day, and she unfollowed me because I kept tweeting about Big Time Rush.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
One of my coworkers is following me. Don't follow him if he's explicit on Twitter. It was one of those where he followed me like in the beginning when I said I had a Twitter. He's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll follow you. Don't follow me back though. You will not like what I tweet." And I'm just like, "Okay, I won't follow you as long as you follow me."
And then you do.
And I do. And then it takes him like a month, and he's just unfollows me on Twitter, and it's just like, and I confront him. I'm like, "Dude, what are you doing? You didn't follow me back." I'm like, "You told me not to follow you." So
if you need friends, just talk to me.
Yeah. So he refollowed me. So. And then a couple other random people followed me, and I asked for a follow back from a couple people. Another good one, if you're on Twitter, @TheTweetUnder BTR Addiction. Oh, yeah. She's funny.
You read it, I don't know.
I don't even know either.
You can catch it at the most awkwardest moments.
Yeah,
you'll be like wanting to sit next to Kendall by the fire.
No, I liked this one. It wasn't above me, but it was above someone else, and it's just like the person. It just says the person under this tweet, and it has a little arrow pointing down. It's all Big Time Rush stuff, and one of them I really like this one. The person under this tweet has worn James's sweatpants. I hear they are as comfy as F. So, and
who was it?
It was some Maslow fan. I really liked that. No, but a couple times the Kissin' on Kendall girl has gotten underneath Kendall-related tweets, and I'll tweet that out to her. But it's one of those where rushers are on Twitter. If you get into one of the bigger fan base, like one of the bigger ones, they're really down to earth girls, and they're really awesome. Yeah. So, and it's all really kind of a tight knit group on Twitter.
Yeah, like we're all close together, you know. Yeah. But just like warning you, like they do make some like not bad jokes, but like they joke.
Yeah, they make good jokes.
Like they'll like call like them like I don't want to say it because I don't like swearing, but you know, bad names, but they're totally joking, you know. So like don't take them too seriously when they're.
That's the only warning with these girls on Twitter is they do use language if you're not a fan of it, or if you're I'd say under the age of 16 or you haven't been exposed to language that is of the explicit nature.
Yeah. I just don't like saying it when I'm like recorded, you know, but like it just comes out when I'm by myself.
Well, again, my YouTube channel is family friendly, so it's one of those where I don't believe in stuff like that. So yeah. Well, if it's just a really random moment, I'm really upset, I will have a sailor's mouth.
Yeah.
Coming from the freshman in high school where I was so innocent and I yelled at people if they swore.
We actually had a conversation the other day, like. Whatever, like freshman year, you were like,
I was just, I was the most innocent child possible, and if you hear me now,
what happened?
Oh, one of my friends happened. He is not. I could go on this huge bash on him right now, but this video is getting a little long.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm 34 minutes. So.
Well, I posted a 33-minute video before, so.
Yeah, record.
Yeah, no, but I could bash him so much, but I just don't worry about it.
Move on.
One of the bonus things for going an hour and a half away for college, he's stuck here. I'm leaving because he still has to finish high school.
We're just sucker.
Yeah. So,
bye, brother.
Yeah.
See ya.
Her twin brother's still in high school.
No, don't say it like that. Okay. It's a long story. He's not stupid. It was something else. He didn't get in trouble, so. I used to say he was stupid, but you grow old. He's not the brightest
light bulb.
Yeah. I was gonna say the crayon, but that was a different analogy. So.
He's not the sharpest crayon.
Yeah, he's not the sharpest crayon in the box.
I think it's the sharpest tool in the box. Whatever the analogy is.
Yeah, but no.
No, yeah. If you're younger than high school age and you think, why in the world do you guys like crayons? Trust me, you will love crayons by the time you're done with high school.
Kind of like they say, just keep in the keep the lines in. Draw color in the lines. It's kind of like no. Oh, I'm rebelling.
I completely forgot. Remember, there's one point where I said we were dorks, and I never got back to why we were dorks, like walking down the street.
Tell me.
No, we got each other the same graduation gift, and it's this thing called Wreck This Journal. Mine's on the floor behind the chair.
Mine's right here.
Yeah, hers is in her purse. It's
okay. Wreck This Journal.
Okay,
you see how destructive this is. It's like, this is the walk. That's all the walk did.
No, you flip to random pages, and you do the random list. Random stuff in the world. Like
here, make a set of destructive. I don't know how to read the rest.
Destructive movement with this journal. We threw these across the room and cover this page with office supplies. It's like the random list stuff. Find a way to wear the journal.
Take it in the shower. Not doing that yet, though.
No,
last thing.
That's the last thing we're gonna do. Document your meal. Use this as a napkin. Color this entire page.
My proof that I love Kendall Schmidt.
K.S. Kendall Schmidt. Yeah, and one of these in here was tie a string to this journal and take
on a walk.
Yeah, take it on a walk. Drag it behind you. And it probably wasn't the smartest idea for us. It's raining in Wisconsin today. So we were just like, okay, yeah, it's cool. We'll just go with it.
It'll just get scraped up. No, it got drenched. And it was ripping more easily because it was wet.
The back, it goes through a couple pages of being ripped. Like, this isn't even a page anymore.
It's been about
we had our
4
addresses
hours since we walked, and it's still damp.
Yeah, we had our addresses on. The last thing actually we're gonna do is mail these to each other. Like, we're gonna take each other's journals to college, and we're gonna mail them to each other. And I had my address on the back of mine. It's gone now. So.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm living in college yet. I mean, I know where I'm living. I just don't know the address.
Yeah. Well, I found my living arrangements already, and it gave me my address. So. Yeah. I have to meet my roommate still. So.
Mine is awesome.
She met her roommate yesterday. My roommate is out of town, and I don't know when she's getting back.
Better than Ray, though. She says hers is from California, so she's like never gonna meet her until they
Funny story. Her first roommate, she just actually got reassigned. Her first roommate, we think, was from Africa.
Yeah. Well,
she had like a 20-digit phone number.
I was just like, this is gonna be a challenge. Try contacting her on Facebook. I don't even know if it's the right person. Never even responds to my messages if it was the right person. All of a sudden I get this friend request from this random girl. I'm like, who is this? And then I check the
housing page.
Yeah, the housing page, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, sorry for this outrageously long video. We just wanted to show you what we were like. Because we were having moments.
It gets crazier, though.
Like, yeah,
I think it's really... we're on video.
We restrain ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, that's because
we're more focused, I think, because we're on video.
Well, we can't say a lot of what we have before. And your horn.
Bambi doesn't die.
Yeah, no, if you saw that, the third, I think it was the second video for the As of VTR, and they asked, what's your favorite Disney movie? And James said Bambi. And
you gotta admit, you cried when Bambi died.
Bambi doesn't die! Speaking of Disney movies, we had a Disney movie marathon this
bucket list.
For her bucket list. We watched Mulan. Hercules.
Never seen it. Never seen it. It was awesome.
Funny story. We call it Percules in my family.
Yeah. We were watching Percules.
Yeah, and The Little Mermaid. So.
We were all just like, kiss her!
Yeah.
It was so funny.
If you don't like Disney movies now because you're in middle school or something like that, you will love Disney movies once you get older.
Kind of like, oh, remember that time?
And I'm just going to let you girls know. Every single girl in high school knows the song "I'll Make a Man Out of You" from Mulan. Like, no joke. You learned that song in high school.
Yeah. It was our theme song for softball, so.
And oddly enough, in my AP chemistry class, we had like 20 minutes at the end of class because we had nothing better to do. What we did, we played Disney movies. Like, not Disney movies, but we looked up on YouTube Disney songs, and
We
all the
spent
girls,
the time looking
me
at
and the 2 other girls in class, it was all guys besides us 3 girls. And we pulled that up, and we sang wholeheartedly to this song, while everybody, including my teacher, gave us the weirdest looks on earth.
Don't judge us. Don't.
You can't judge us for knowing the song. Yeah, it's getting, I'll make a man out of you. Yeah. Coursing river. We're just gonna go on. I think this might be a good time to end the video. We're gonna start breaking into songs.
Don't want to embarrass yourself further. Okay, I know it's good. You're like, okay.
We really should. We embarrass ourselves. Like this.
I'm okay with that. YOLO.
Yeah, YOLO. No, this is one thing that I found, and I showed it to her. Best friends know how weird you are, and still choose to be seen with you in public. We are probably the weirdest people, like, together in the world. Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen when you're with us.
It's like the weirdest conversation ever. It's kind of like you stare out the window, you see someone with a dog, be like, I love puppies. Have a conversation. Yeah. And then it'll go to BTR.
Yeah. We managed to drag BTR into everything. Like, there's I think that's the reason we follow. That's the reason I got a Twitter, so that I could get it wouldn't be such a hassle to try and keep track of James's Twitter.
Really? I didn't even know about, like, I had a Twitter, but I didn't know, like, you could, like, follow people and all that. So I was just like, oh, I thought, like, follow was, like, your likes and dislikes. I was like, oh, I like him. Follow him. Oh, she's fun. Got to follow her.
Yeah.
And then it was just, like, the randomest thoughts, like,
yeah, no.
I love birds.
The first people on my Twitter for following are James. James is the first one, then Big Time Rush, then Kendall, and then Carlos, and then Logan.
And then me.
And then I think her, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think it's you right away, Danielle. I think there's one or two. I followed her before I followed Donald Driver. Let's just put it that way.
Helps. The friendship code.
Ooh,
gotta have Big Time
I got
Rush.
an email. Ooh. Oh, jeez. My iPod is really stupid.
That bad.
It's bad. Let's see. We're gonna verify who I followed after. Who in what order I followed people.
What value they are to her.
Yeah, I have 69. I follow 69 people. It might not seem like a lot.
That awkward moment.
It might not seem like a lot, but I follow, like, really specific people.
I have, like, thousands. No, not really though.
What do you have?
A USB drive.
Oh, I thought she had a lighter in her purse.
No.
No.
Don't use others.
Yeah, it took me a while to follow Dustin.
Belt?
Yeah, it took me a while to follow Dustin Belt. Yeah, no. I followed James, Big Time Rush, Logan, Kendall, Carlos, Steven Glickman, Kenneth, Kendall's older brother, Ciara Bravo, a kid from my school named William.
I don't know if I was supposed to say his name. But
nobody knows who William is. And then I followed Danielle, and then Donald Driver.
So I was like 10th.
And then one of my other friends, Kendra, who's in love with Logan. I think we already mentioned they're fighting to the death over it.
Yeah.
And then a couple authors. The Big Time Rush TV people, I follow them.
And Any connection.
I randomly followed Nicole Scherzinger, too. I don't know why. What's your friend? Yeah, Kendall.
That's like my funniest one ever.
Yeah, no, I follow a lot of dancers, too, because I'm a So You Think You Can Dance and Dancing with the Stars buff. I don't get to watch So You Think You Can Dance because it's on Wednesday nights, and I'm a Wednesday person at work. Like, I'm a Monday person, too. I missed all the Big Time Mondays. I think there was one I saw, and that was Double Date. That was the only Monday that I had off of work, and it was one of those where I told my parents, you were not using this TV. I told my, and they were like, oh, we're going to watch something else. Okay, you can have this TV, but I have to own the TV downstairs.
This time frame,
mine. This is my TV at this point, because I had to watch it.
Yeah.
And me and my sister, actually, I think I got the upstairs TV. If you've seen that intro that Kendall did to Big Time Mondays, where he's like, the awkward asking you out thing, me and my sister, like, swooned. It was...
And they like Kendall and, they like James and Carlos, and I'm the one that love Kendall.
Okay, I'm just putting it out there. Kendall is a close second to James.
Fight to the death with you for him.
Oh, I'm not gonna... No, it's one of those where we all have... because I'm just going to say the only reason I'm obsessed with Big Time Rush is they came into my life at a very traumatic point. Like, it was right when my friendship started to fail with that one guy that completely did me over. And it's one of those where he started messing with me, And then I go up north for a hunting trip, and because oddly enough, I do have my my hunting license, and I do own a gun, and I do hunt up north. I haven't done it in a while. Treeland's a great place. No, but I went up north and I missed the pilot because it was over Thanksgiving, and that's when deer season is up here. And it's one of those where Julie's like, "Hey, you have to watch this." I thought it was kind of cool, and I thought, so I have to blame my sister for getting me obsessed. But I saw it, and I'm just like, this is actually kind of cool. So I don't. It's one of those where they came into my life, and it's kind of one of those where I can't imagine life without them now. That explains a lot. It's one of those where they came in, and it's kind of
helped you move on.
It's one of those where if I'm ever feeling down, I listen to Big Time Rush music. CoverGirl's great. I love it.
Thanks, Kendall.
Kendall's such a sweetheart. But it's one of those where the songs, and you really kind of look into the meaning of them, and you find a couple really good songs, and you absolutely fall in love with the meaning of them. Like CoverGirl and Invisible's, Carlos wrote a really good song there. And it's just one of those where you absolutely kind of love the point where you're at. And
mine was just kind of like, you're a happy person, happy time.
Yeah.
Have happy stuff around you.
Yeah, it's one of those where at that point as well, me and Danielle didn't talk my junior year.
It's not like we weren't friends. It was kind of like, we
never
had like.
Well, it's one of those where I kind of needed to get away from everything. They were really close to me my sophomore year. No offense to them, but it's one of those where someone would always bring something up that I didn't want to talk about. I was a wreck after my sophomore year, and emotionally, very much so. And someone would bring something up, and there was so much. No offense to who Danielle is friends with and who I'm friends with, some of them as well. There was a lot of drama in that group, and we aren't going to mention any of it because it's going to add another.
It's too crazy. Yeah,
it's going to add another 2 hours onto this video. But it's one of those where I don't like drama. I shy away from it at all costs. And I kind of just moved away from it, and I kind of associated myself. I have a lot of friends who are seniors in high school, and I hung out with that group a lot my junior year, because they were the ones who knew everything that went on with me and that guy friend, and they were the ones who could get me away from it, and they were the ones who were like, okay, yeah, you need to stop thinking about this. We're going to do something else. And it's one of those where senior year comes around, and all of a sudden she's in my study hall, and it's just like yeah, oh my god, she's in my study hall. So and study hall was like we got in trouble for laughing too loud in study hall.
Okay, wait, let's see. Wait, talk like we would talk in study hall. It'd be like this loud.
We'd be really quiet.
Yeah, it'd be this loud.
I was whispering. Half
the time we whispered. Yeah.
I was whispering in study hall one day, and nobody heard me. Like, we all had our headphones. My headphones were out. When I have my headphones in, I talk really loud. My headphones were out. Everybody else had their headphones on. And I was whispering, like, the quietest I've ever whispered before. Yeah. And our study hall supervisor comes over to me and tells me I'm being too loud. But by the way,
he's on the opposite side of the cafeteria. Comes over. You ladies are being too loud.
I had to go sit next to him for the rest of the study hall.
Like,
because he thought I was being too loud.
Let me just explain. Like, he's a cool guy. We left on good terms, you know. Yeah. But it was just like one of those moments. I don't know.
You were a chain smoker.
Yeah, he thought I was a chain smoker. Oh yeah, because whenever you went to the bathroom, I was like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" What are you gonna do? I need to go to the bathroom. He's like, "You gotta continue your smoking addiction."
Yeah,
totally. Keep it on the DL, please. So ever since then, thought I was a smoker.
Yeah.
I would never be a smoker.
No, but and someone's coming to say hi. Oh, Julie's here. We're making a video right now. She is not camera friendly at all. She doesn't like being on camera. So
that's fine.
Yeah.
You don't have that long shifts though.
No, she has like 2-hour shifts. Her shifts are
2.5.
She has 2.5 hour shifts. I have 3.5 hour shifts. She has to work an hour less than I do. Yeah. So are you just gonna stand there as we're making this video? Why don't you come into the room and close the door, and then we'll be okay. We won't pan the camera with you. Yeah. You can
promise? Right now I'm not at all camera friendly.
Yeah, we promise.
Yeah, so
we're about to end this.
We're about to end because we're going at about 15 minutes on this video, so we're gonna end it soon. But I can't even remember what we were talking about before you knocked
study hall.
Yeah, study hall was chill. We had a lot of fun moments with Sarah in study hall.
And Kendra came in a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would know I'm just gonna make a pitch for it as well. My stories on fan fiction, working on those right now. Danielle's in them, Sarah's in them. Hopefully at some point I'll get one with my sister Julie in it. I see that you like my belt over there. That's great. Yeah. Let's put the belt.
Okay.
She just like whipped the belt out. No, but those stories I'm working on now.
So go to your YouTube.
Yeah.
Same one as your YouTube.
Yeah, my team, my. Listen,
no, homie cheat.
No, my fan fiction
Julie,
username is ArianaMaslowBTR25 again. Yeah, this is my hat that I wore in one of my other videos. Let's see. No, that's not Big Time Rush. It's my webcam hat. Yeah. We're just gonna stop throwing hats. So this is why I don't like having my sister in my room. That just messed my hair up. No, what do you see? That's good. What do you see? That story, I'm working on finishing it up. I'm on the second to last chapter right now. I was going to have it out on her birthday and never got around to finishing it.
But that was like last week, so it's not like...
It's all good. Let's see. Nightmare, after I finish up with her story, I'm going to finish that one up because I kind of know exactly where I want to go. Don't you dare crack that. That hasn't been opened yet. I have a glow stick.
I was like, oh, glow stick.
I have a glow stick that I haven't like cracked yet, so that I gotta keep
that.
Yeah, no, and then
Nightmare.
I'm working on updating that. I know exactly how the rest of the story is gonna go. I would write it, but then I would forget where I'm going with her story.
Yeah.
So I want to get those last 2 chapters out of hers. Nightmare, I have at least 10 more chapters left in that story. It's gonna be long because I have a lot to kind of lead up to. And there's a couple key specific points that I have to hit. And the first specific point is in 2 episodes, then 3 episodes after that. I know my sister's making talking noises. I talk a lot. Then 3 chapters after that, and then a couple more, and then the last one. And actually, don't you dare turn. I don't even think that's plugged in.
No.
She pointed our hairdryer at us. So I'm going to do that. I have another story idea in the works. I don't think I'm going to get that posted real recently. My mind's kind of been all over the place with that one. I kind of have a lot of where I want to go down the line with it, but I don't know how I want to... I had an idea of how I want to start, and I know exactly how I want to start it.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to be in that one, too.
But a kid, though. So
we're not
I'll take it.
I'll be the older one. She's going to act her age and be 7.
I thought it was 5. Oh, progress.
No, she's going to be 6 going on 7 in that story. But I
love with Kendall, so.
She's
but that annoying thing, not like really love. So.
Yeah, but it's one of those where I know kind of the first chapter and then don't know where I'm going to go with it after that. Kind of have a little bit of an idea, but not much because it's going to be more of like a real life story, whereas my other 2 stories, well, my first one actually, Nightmare Big Time Rush just started. My first one is just based off the TV show, and it's just actually going to be based off of real life. So.
But if you wanted to check out another story,
yeah, check out her.
I have an account, Dani Nolte.
Like her Twitter. So
yeah, so Simplicity.
Go back to her Twitter, and
yeah.
She has a story, Californian Summer. That's a good story. I like it.
So is Julie. Everybody's in my story.
Yeah, Julie.
Did you read the story yet, Julie?
No, I haven't showed it to her. Did you write Sarah off in that story, or what?
Oh, no, I think that was going to be my next chapter.
Oh,
chapter 14.
Sorry, I did. Sarah and Kendra are in that one, too. Yeah, you can take that poster, Julie.
What if I want that poster?
Wait, no, Big Time Rush is on...
Nope,
it's
good.
Good. You're good. Go ahead and take Victoria.
Sorry, I'm going to cut out her eyes.
Wait, what?
Wait
for Dani.
This is gonna be creepy right now. Don't
do not on top of the posters,
No, you don't. We're having a freak out right now. Julie, I have scissors in my thing for my eyebrows.
You ripped your face!
Okay, I think this is a good time to end this video.
Bye!
Sorry for ranting for an hour.